Hello, and welcome to Savepoints, cosmic lessons I've learned about life and myself by playing video games. I'd like to welcome video game enthusiasts, the Planetside community, victims of irony, and all other humans. My name is Goldvision, I fight for the Vanu sovereignty, and have since Planetside 1. Technology equals might, choose enlightenment, I require more batteries, etc. If you're anywhat familiar with my previous video, you may have learned of my aversion to greed, and desire to engage in more positive lifestyle experience. I believe this can happen with appropriate planage, or for the sake of having some sort of thematic title, if one is to stick to the plan. In this particular experience, the plan I had concocted with my good friend Ash Flake was to sneak up the rear of the base and dispatch the enemies within, weakening the defense, disabling towers, and causing general chaos to ease our allies' assault. A plan I described in the moment as,
You want to head to the Crown again? We'll head up the back way again, and this time I'll try not to die again.
pure brilliance. Upon arriving within the base, the plan is advanced to the suggestion of Ash Flake. That is, using our stealth capabilities, we go into the enemy base and hacking their technology, we pull out the best equipment available to us. Trojan horse style, sans Troy and horse. I should note that this can only be done as the infiltrator class, as they are the only class that can hack terminals and make them friendly. I will also note that I am unfamiliar with the max class due to expensive infantry cost and cooldown, which have discouraged me from upgrading it. Regardless, it is basically a super soldier with guns for hands and made entirely out of future. After hacking the terminal, a skill I am very under-certified for, I apparently decide to stand in place for absolutely no reason, until I eventually skip forward in a time-bending fashion. I hope to defend my teammate and move onwards and upwards with the intent to divide and conquer. Upon my first encounter, I discover what is clearly two hapless engineers desperately fixing an anti-vehicle turret. I immediately begin attacking the one farthest from me, realizing that I ought to have attacked the nearest one first, as to avoid alerting them both simultaneously, as well as realizing that they are both apparently indestructible pod wizards from the Xingdong Nebula, as no amount of ammunition is capable of penetrating their silver ultra organs. They both whimsically jump off the platform, likely through a mind portal and definitely not to their deaths, and I retreat to reload and try to convince myself that it is their alien nature, not my lack of ability, skills, or upgrades, that has prevented me from defeating them. Still obviously completely unfamiliar with how to play this game, or possibly forgetting my purpose in this world entirely, I approach the clearly abandoned turret, perhaps with the intent to fix it myself or confusing romantic interest, only to be rudely cut off by Dr. Killslaughter, his marked impoliteness or territory infringement driving me into a murderous frenzy. Maybe I realize he is an enemy, or looking back longingly at the turret, it must have been jealousy alone. Turning the corner, I of course see another Xingdonian wizard throwing his pod body off of the tower, with absolutely no regard for traditional human behavior. This depredation has made a sharp turn into an alien wizard witch hunt, the only confirmation of humanity being the unfortunate demise of what could have otherwise been a human ally. Shazuzian Cat is confirmed human, and seemingly obvious pod wizard Roden is also confirmed as human by falling an inordinate distance after being shot in the back 5 times. I ascend the tower to the top balcony, confirming the humanity of OV-01 and Cray Gunner. It is at this point I am reminded of the Max Suit's melee attack. The default key binding T or middle mouse button is apparently effective to punch an enemy when your arm is made entirely out of future gun parts. Having emptied the clip of the Quasar, I also remember I have rockets stored within my right hand cannon called the Comet, which I immediately begin wasting on another abandoned turret. It takes 2 rockets and 20 bullets to destroy the turret, 2 rockets and 40 bullets to defeat the non-Xingdonian air terminal. I remember in the past being discouraged from destroying enemy terminals, but I don't remember who in particular discouraged me, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't the 30 experience points or cool explosions. I test my own wizard strength by throwing myself off the ledge, losing a hefty percentage of life points, or as I've come to call them, human life points. I encounter V-Legion, discovering that he has a gun-mounted grenade launcher, which is super cool, while also discovering that I should try to fix my mouse sensitivity so I can stop aiming at the ground and walls. I defeat Wolf 21782 and his cohort, who turns out to be Dr. Killslaughter reincarnated, whose impoliteness I was immediately reminded of and infuriated by, earning my Quasar VM1 Copper Medal. The Copper Medal is worth 2 certs, and is awarded after the 10th lifetime kill with each unique weapon. I'm attacked by confirmed human OV1's Chainblade, dealing the second highest amount of damage right behind my victorious opponent, Ratfink122. After which he offers me a half-empty clip of ammunition, clearly not fully understanding the concepts of Empire arms incompatibility or mortality, while completely missing the Xingdonian Pod King who escapes around the corner. A relatively successful run, I would have never had the opportunity to reveal the Terran Republic's apparent alien division had I not stuck to the plan, or for a more tangible result, I got 9 kills and had a lot of fun. Looking back, it was disappointing that my cohort was lost early in the fight because we had not stuck together, which may be another lesson I learned someday. I use the Artemis Battle Rifle and a vanilla Vanu Max. I'm Goldvision, and I hope you enjoyed this save point.